Kirk with my first video for YouTube. Today's subject is the SKS extended magazine release. This extended magazine release was created by a gentleman named Joe. I'll have his information posted on this video, or you can contact me at my website or my email if you need further information on this extended magazine release. My website is kb-solutions.us. My email is kb-solutions@cox.net. Let's get back to the extended magazine release. Try to get a good picture of it here for you. Joe takes your old metal magazine release. He cuts the back tang like the old one has, the back tang, cuts it off. He takes his extended magazine release, the portion that he created, he welds it onto your magazine release. He sands it down and he repaints it. It works just like a regular magazine release because that's what it is. It's your old magazine release. Let's put this thing back together. And then we'll do a comparison. Oh, before we put it back together, you should always put at least one drop of oil on both sides. That way, when you use the magazine release, it will slide a little easier. Make sure the spring is in its proper location. Oops. And it's not. There we go. Let's pull back on the magazine release. That way we can pound the retaining pin back in. I like to have about the same amount of pin sticking out on both sides. Just a little more. There we go. Now let's do a comparison. Again, this is the extended magazine release. It's probably a quarter inch away from the trigger guard. So when you need to use it, pull your finger out of the trigger, off the trigger, out front, pull and release. Pull and release. Thought I should do it for you. Whereas with the old magazine release, run out of ammo, you got to take your hand away from the whole trigger housing, come up front. It's very small, and if you have large fingers, it's going to be really hard to do. Pull, release. So let's do a comparison. That's what both of them look like. This is a good 1.5 to, 1 3/4 away from the trigger guard. Whereas the extended magazine release is about 1/4 inch away. Joe also has a second magazine release. It comes back, it curves down and around the trigger. It's like an S. So when you're firing, all you do is take your finger out, just drop it down below, pull back, it releases the magazine. One more thing I wanted to show you. When you're dealing with these pins, you need something to where you can knock the pins out and not lose the pin or have space for the pin to go down. I just took a couple pieces of wood. They're 3/4 inch thick. I put about a 1/2 inch groove down the middle here. That gives me about a 1/2 inch wide and about 3/4 inch deep to work on my pins. It makes it a lot easier. This is really great. Now some of the guys in other videos, they say when you pound this pin back in, you have to take a screwdriver or something and pry these, what do you want to call these forks here, for lack of other words, pry these open a little more. I have not had problems with that, so I'm not going to worry about that until it actually has an issue. Alright, I guess that concludes my coverage of the new SKS Extended Magazine release. It was created by Joe. His information will be posted on this video, or you can contact me and I'll have my son post all that information on the video as it plays. Thank you, and God bless America.